So welcome back to Writer's Block. Today we
you got the wrong guy for Writer's Block, I'll tell you that.
well, it's our show. We just take writers and we talk about their career. And I usually get to talk to all the film stars, but I mean it's great to have an author with 71 books in 30 years. You know, how do you keep the creativity? Like, how do you not run out of stories with all that you've already put out?
I have a thing, an idea file in my office about that thick, and if I never had another idea, I still got enough to take me to my 150th birthday.
Wow.
My strengths are I have a big imagination. I'm always thinking of new ideas. I wrote 2 on the plane out here, 2 ideas, and so that's never been a problem for me.
How long does it usually take to flush it from the idea process to you?
Well, I'm big on outlines. So, and everybody isn't, but I think if you're going to write commercial, it's really good. And if you read one of my outlines, which can run 60, 70, 80 pages, you got the story. I mean, you could read it and go, oh, you know, they're real page turners,
right.
The outlines. And I don't stick to it religiously. I'll change things, but it's really good when you sit down in front of that blank page, you got another page there that's telling you what to do today.
Right. Now, Tyler Perry is the second person to play an adaptation of your most popular character, Alex Cross.
Yeah.
What's the difference in the adaptation today as in when Morgan Freeman did it?
Look, Morgan Freeman is Morgan Freeman, great actor. Tyler's a great actor too, but the Tyler character is much closer to the character in the book than in Along Came a Spider and Kiss the Girls.
Okay.
This book is closer to the spirit of the books. It has more action, and Tyler is just, he's bigger, he's more physical. It's more emotional because the family's in it. And I think that's the thing that's very different about this movie. You'd expect it to be suspenseful, and it is. You expect some action, and it has it, but it's also emotional. I mean, what happens and how it affects his family.
Right.
And Tyler does it great.
Yeah.
He is emotional, and that's one of his strengths. Right. I wish he could have been a little funnier in here too. I mean, that the script allowed him to be funnier, because that's another strength that he has.
Right.
Maybe in the next movie.
Maybe. I hope we do get to see him in
I do too.
Another occurrence. Now,
if we don't, it'll be his fault, because we're ready.
We're ready, right? All right. Now, Cross is your most popular character and a recurring one, but you also have like Michael Bennett, and Maximum Ride. Do you think that any of these other characters, would be brought to the screen? Do you have a favorite character out of your novels that you've created?
Well, there's a lot. We have a TV series working with Michael Bennett, which I think is going to go on next year. We have the pilot and everything. My kids, real little kids' books, like middle school, the worst years of my life. I just finished a script. We've got a director involved with that. I think that's very real. We have the financing for it. Maximum Ride is at Universal. Avi Arad, who did Spider-Man, and he's a big producer. He's involved with it. So trick with Maximum Ride is it's pricey. Yeah. It's $100 and some million. So I think we've got a lot of possibilities. We're hot.
You also give back a lot in one of your programs, the Read Kiddo Read, deals with children's literacy and everything else. Why do you think it's important? In this age of cutting all this school budgets.
Look, anybody watching, your kids, man. First of all, I think with respect to your kids, you got to understand that it's your job, it's our job to get our kids reading. It's not the school's job.
Right.
So we got to go out and find books, for them. Go to the library, whatever the heck it is. And it doesn't have to be boring books. It can be really cool books. There are a lot of cool books for kids to read.
Right.
But the more they read, the better. When my son was 8, he's a bright boy, but he wasn't a big reader. And my wife and I said that summer, he said, "You're going to read every day." And he said, "Do I have to?" I said, "Yeah, unless you want to sleep in a garage, you're going to have to read. That's the deal here. That's how we roll in this house." And that summer he read, we went out and found good books for him, cool books for him, Percy Jackson and whatever, Maximum Ride. And that summer he read like 12 books. He really liked 9 of them. And his reading scores went through the roof. And it was just a summer. It wasn't like he had to read like 4 hours a day. Read like an hour a day, man. Yeah. It's cool. Instead of, holiday season, instead of just video games and stuff, get him a book. Yeah. It's cool. Get him a cool book. Don't get him Charles Dickens. Dickens is great, but most kids aren't ready for it.
Yeah.
And I had in the series that I have, the middle schools, I think that kind of 8 to 13. That's when they got to learn, and it can be fun for them, but if they don't, they're so behind the eight ball. It becomes very hard to get through high school. It becomes very hard to get out of high school and get an okay job where you got some choices. It becomes very hard to get into college. I mean, you know all this, but sometimes the parents aren't going, they'll go, well, I got to teach my kid how to throw a ball, which is cool. I got to teach them how to ride a bike, which is cool. But even more important, you got to make sure that they can read. More important than riding a bike and throwing a ball for most kids. I do all three.
Yeah, do all three.
But make sure that you're helping them read.
Well, it's hard to find a bookstore these days, but
you can go online. You can go online. You can go to libraries. Libraries are still there,
But I found a great author, man. Thanks for talking to me.
Nice to meet you.
It's been a pleasure.
For more exclusive coverage of our latest news and entertainment, be sure to subscribe to our BLACKTREE TV channel, and don't forget to click on either arrow on either side to watch one of our most commented videos.